Hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest installment of the Time Travel Baseball League as we begin the semifinal series. This is Big Paulie coming to you. We're going to start with our 1-against-4 matchup. The Futurists, who led everybody at 95 and 59, they're going to take on the Explorers, who just made the playoffs as the 4 seed, 79 and 75. We carry the same rules over to the playoffs. 40-man active rosters. Uh, each era team has 28 players from its era, plus there was a travelers draft after everybody selected 28, so that players from all eras could play on any team if they weren't picked as the best 28 from their era. And we will go through the stats here. Everybody had a chance to pick anew as we did a reset of the 40 players that each team could pick. You see the lineups there. We have brand new stats to go through, so we will not really bore you with a lot of stats in these playoff games until we have at least one game under the belt of each team. So here's your lineup for the Explorers, and as I explained, you have travelers on each of these teams, so that explains Vladimir Guerrero and Manny Machado on the 60s Explorers, and here are the Futurists defensively. And it also explains why Amos Rusi is pitching for the Futurists, as he was a 19th century pitcher. But the Pioneers, who were the 19th century team, did not pick him, so he was eligible. We'll start the game and the playoffs with Bill Mazeroski as the umpire. Once the game to begin, I will play as the home team during all playoff games. We heard you already. Bill Mazeroski leading off. Rusi can go 145 pitches. Juan Marichal, the opposing pitcher for the Explorers, can also go 145. And that is Smoke to A-Rod over to Pujols for the first out. Roberto Clemente up, batting second, and that's going to be down the line for a base hit, and Clemente will go to second with his first double of the season. Frank Robinson up, looking to drive home an RBI. That's hit well to left, forget about it. That's a home run. The first home run of the playoffs goes to Frank Robinson of the Explorers, and the Explorers take a 2-0 lead. 80-degree day on this afternoon playoff game. 10-mile-an-hour winds right to left, and you probably saw that help the flight path for Frank Robinson on that home run. Willie Mays now up, the center fielder, and this is hit well to left, and you could forget about that one too. That hit the second deck, and quick back-to-back homers make it 3-0 in favor of the Explorers. Willie McCovey now up, the lefty. He hits it to right, and Mookie Betts gets to that on the warning track. 2 out now for Vladimir Guerrero, one of 2 players to hit 4 homers in a time travel league game. We had the other one, which was Mark McGwire, putting on a show right here in Camden Yards. And this is hit well to left, and it's also gone. So Rusi giving up 3 homers in the first inning, and it is 4-0 Explorers. Ron Santo is up. And that is a line drive right to right. So Marichal goes to the mound with a 4-0 lead. Here is the lineup for the Futurists. And here is the defensive lineup. Well, that was the defensive lineup for the Futurists that you've already seen. Here is the Explorers defensively. So Mookie Betts leading it off, the right fielder, who's been playing shortstop as of late, I've been noticing. That's the first out, a grounder to Machado. David Wright now up. That's K number 1 for Juan Marichal. Albert Pujols gets a base hit. No! A great play by Clemente to rob him of a base hit.
Nothing across in the bottom of the first. Explorers 4, Futurists 0.
So let's take a look at Amos Russi and see how his game logs finished up. If they are available, they may not be. See there on the 11th, he won 9-4 against the Aces. Got a save in that game because he came on in relief and pitched 3 innings. So Manny Machado now up, the shortstop. That's a K for Russi, number 1 on the day, bringing up Elston Howard. And that's going to be right to Pujols for out number 2, bringing up Bill Mazeroski leading off. Second time through for the Explorers. Sky high, pop fly. Edmonds catches it. We go to Barry Bonds now. It's righties 334. Let's show you Marichal's. Oops, that's the manager decisioning. And his last effort was a loss against the Spitfires, 4-3, going 8 innings and pitching 121 pitches. So Barry Bonds leading off in the second inning. This is hit to right center. Clemente on his horse makes the play. A-Rod now up. This is hit well to left, and I think this is gone, and I am correct. A-Rod touches the ball, and it's home run derby. So far in this game, 4-1. 4th home run we have had. Jim Edmonds, the center fielder, lefty. That is down the line for a double. Poor play by the first baseman. McCovey puts Edmonds at second base. Joe Mauer, the catcher. Now up. This is hit to right center, and this too is gone. Home run for Mauer to make it 4-3. David Ortiz, Big Papi, who wasn't used much during the regular season, comes on and could be a secret weapon for this Futurist squad. That's a line drive, a web gem by McCovey, so he redeems himself. Now Bonzo Soriano, the number 9 hitter, playing second base. Grounder to Santo, over to McCovey, side retired. So we have had 5 home runs already in this first game of this semifinal series between the Futurists and the Explorers. Bob Prince used to call him Bobby Clemente is up. He is 1 for 1 with a double. Soriano to Russi covering first base for the first out in the third. Robinson had the home run in the first inning, has 2 RBIs. That is ball 4, bringing Robinson to first base. Willie Mays had a homer in the first inning as well. He's got an RBI and is 1 for 1. And this is Pujols to Rodriguez covering second. And now with all the statistics on the right of your screen populated, we could tell you the regular season batting averages. McCovey hit 248. He is 0 for 1. Went 0 for 1 in the regular, 248 in the regular season, that is. They checked Mays at first. He got back, and McCovey pops it up, and Soriano gets to that. So Betts leading off, top of the bottom of the third. He is 0 for 1 today. He had 268 in the regular season. That's K number 2 for Juan. 1 out for David Wright, who is 0 for 1 and has a strikeout. 1 of 2 that Juan Marichal has delivered. That's hit well to left center, and that's gone. So that is now 6 home runs we have had in this game, and we are right back where we started from. Maxine Nightingale, 4-4. Albert Pujols, 0-for-1 today. Santo to McCovey covering, and that's 2 out for Barry Bonds. And he hits one to right center. That's going to stay in the park, and Clemente gets to that. So we are 4-4, top of the fourth, and we've already had 6 home runs in this game. Vlad Guerrero 1-for-1. He was one of the 3 players for the Explorers who homered. He has an RBI. Rusey dealing. Grounded third, right Pujols, 1 out. Ron Santo, I don't believe he got a lot of playing time in the regular season. He's 0-for-1. This is hit well to left, and Bonds gets to that for the second out. Manny Machado now up. He is 0-for-1 today. Popped it up, and Maurer cannot get to that. Machado hit 235 in the regular season. Santo, by the way, in the regular season floundered. He hit 175. That's hit well to left center, but Edmonds has enough time to get underneath that. Okay, the score tied 4-4, bottom of the fourth. A-Rod up 1-for-1 today. Line drive right to Santo for out number 1. Jim Edmonds is 1-for-1 with a double. And he is on board with a walk. That is the first walk that Marichal has surrendered. Joe Mauer up 1-for-1, a homer, 2 RBIs. And he's got a base hit to right. Edmonds will hold at second. Big Papi, David Ortiz. 333 in the regular season. I don't think he saw a lot of action. He's 0-for-1 today. Ball 4, so Marichal in a pickle. Bases loaded, nobody out. For Alfonso Soriano, who is 0-for-1 today. He hit 266 in the regular season. That's going to drop for a base hit, and everybody's going to move up a base. The plug has been pulled on Juan Marichal, and Sandy Koufax is going to come in relief. Mookie Betts up. Koufax can go 75 pitches, we think. And Betts is 0-for-2 today. Throw back to first, and Soriano made it back safely. 1 out, bases loaded, bottom of the fourth. And a foul tip, and the count is 1-1. Base hit, left field. Everybody moves up a base again. So the conga line continuing for the Futurists. And the score now 6-4. They trailed by 4, and they have 6 runs unanswered. David Wright, 1-for-2, a homer, and an RBI, also struck out earlier. That's a walk. The conga line continues, 7-4. Everybody moves up a base. Albert Pujols is now up. He is 0-for-2. And that's a K, bringing up Barry Bonds. Futurist already plating 3 runs in the bottom of the fourth. Koufax deals. And that's another walk. 8-4. 2 walks now for the left arm of God. A-Rod, 1-for-2, a homer, and an RBI. That is a passed ball. Everybody moved up a base. 9-4 now, Futurists. And with the count 1-0, that's going to be a grounder. Santo safe at first base. Is McCovey. Another run scores. 10-4. Runners at the corners for Jim Edmonds. 1-for-1, a walk, and a double. Hit .312 in the regular season. And this is hit well to right, but Clemente is going to get to that.
6 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Futurists 10. Explorers.
Elston Howard now up 0-for-1 on the day. He hit .244 in the regular season. Rusey gave up 4 in the first, now sitting pretty in the fifth. Soriano, the ball played him. He didn't play the ball, and that's error number 1 up for the game and for the series. And it goes the Futurists' way. We go back to the top of the order, and Bill Mazeroski, 0 for 2 today, hitting .273. And that is Pujols to Rodriguez covering second. So Mazeroski, the new runner at first for Roberto Clemente, 1 for 2 and a double. Hit well to center. Edmonds on his horse makes the play. 2 out now for Frank Robinson, who got the scoring started with a home run, a 2-run variety, in the first inning. He's 1 for 1, a walk, a homer, and 2 RBIs. Pujols to Russi covering first base, and the side retired. So Joe Mauer up. He's had a busy day. He's already had 2 at-bats here in the 5th inning. Here's his third. That's a K for Koufax. And now with the bases empty, you think Koufax will be able to cook a little bit. David Ortiz is 0 for 1 with a walk. A high fly to center. Willie Mays getting to that. Alfonso Soriano is 1 for 2 with a ribeye. A K got past Howard, but he made the throw to first. Top of the 6th, 10-4, Futurists leading. That's a 10-4 good, buddy. Willie Mays is 1 for 2, a homer and an RBI so far in this first game of the semifinal series that the Explorers have with the Futurists. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel. We have the other semifinal series starting today between the Stars and the Wings up a little later. Willie McCovey, 0 for 2. And this is hit to right center. That's going up, and it is gone. A home run for Willie McCovey. That is home run number 7 today, making the score 10-6. And Russi is going to be pulled. And we're looking to see who should replace him with Vlad Guerrero up. We don't want to bring Mariano Rivera in this early. And we could use starting pitchers in the playoffs, by the way. And we are going to bring in Clayton Kershaw. So this will be his first action in the playoffs. Of course, this is game 1, so everybody's seeing their first action. Interesting decision here, bringing in Kershaw, because Guerrero hits lefties better than he does righties. 1 for 2 and a home run. Grounder, Pujols to Kershaw covering, out number 1. Ron Santo is 0 for 2. Right. Oh, an error there for Wright. That's the second error of the day for the Futurists. 6-5-0 for the Explorers and 10-8-2 for the Futurists. Both teams have left 2 men on. Machado is 0 for 2. Soriano, Rodriguez, Pujols, double play. We go to Mookie Betts leading off, bottom of the 6th inning. 4th appearance today at the plate. 1 for 3, an RBI and a strikeout earlier. This is hit well to left, down the line. Could Robinson get to that? It's a foul ball. Count now 2-2 to Mookie. Grounder third. So Santo to McCovey for out number 1. A little momentum now for the Explorers going into the latter stages of this one. And David Wright, 1 for 2, a walk, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a strikeout. This is hit to center. Mays will get to that one. And with 2 outs, it's Albert Pujols will try to get off the schneid at 0 for 3 and a K. Popped up to the shortstop, and Machado's got it.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Futurists 10, Explorers 6.
Kershaw is going to be lifted. And we're going to bring in R.A. Dickey, the knuckleballer.
Futurists.
Most notably played for Toronto, had a couple of good seasons with them. Howard is 0 for 2 today. Shortstop, Rodriguez over to Pujols for the first out. Bill Mazeroski 0 for 3. Soriano to Pujols for the second out. Roberto Clemente 1 for 3 in a double. That's a base hit to left, and Clemente stretches that out to a double. Frank Robinson 1 for 2, walk, homer, 2 RBIs. That's going to be to Soriano over to Pujols, side retired.
No errors. Futurists 10. Explorers 6.
Okay. 7th inning stretch. I thought we would hear "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," but not to be. So we will show you the box score here real fast. As you can see, we've had a lot of home runs. We've had, I think, 7 total. 6-6-0 for the Explorers and 10-8-2 for the Futurists. First game of a best 4 out of 7 playoff. Barry Bonds is now up again, 0 for 2, a walk and an RBI. Koufax will deal. McCovey to Koufax covering first for the first out. A-Rod 2 for 3, a homer, 2 RBI. This is hit well to right center, off the wall. Rodriguez stretches it for a triple. Jim Edmonds 1 for 2, a walk and a double. That's K number 4 for Sandy Koufax. Joe Mauer 2 for 3. He had a homer earlier, 2 RBIs. So Mauer puts runners at the corners for David Ortiz. Big Papi 0 for 2 and a walk today. Howard's going to talk to Koufax a little bit. If this is hit to right center, Clemente's got that, and the side's retired.
No errors. Futurists 10. Explorers 6.
So not Bill Dickey, but R.A. Dickey. Still in there. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit surrendered. He's looking at Willie Mays here, who is 1 for 2, a walk, a homer, and an RBI. This is hit well to the left, but I think this is going foul. It does. Count 0-2. And that is a single right down the left field line. Just fair. So Mays on board for his teammate Willie McCovey. 1 for 3, a homer, 2 RBI. Pujols over to A-Rod. A-Rod was a little late getting the ball out of his glove, throwing to Pujols, so McCovey is at first base after the put out at second. Vlad Guerrero 1 for 3, a homer, and RBI. That's K number 1 for R.A. Dickey, that knuckleball working somewhat. And Ron Santo, the last chance for the Explorers, is 0 for 3. K number 2 for Dickey.
No errors. Futurists 10. Explorers 6.
Soriano, 1 for 3 today. An RBI and a strikeout earlier. Here's Koufax. That's K number 5 for Sanford. And now Koufax over his limit. As Mookie Betts is up, 1 for 4, an RBI and a K. Foul ball. Count now 0-1. They're going to try to get Koufax through the 8th inning. Mays with the put out on Betts in right center made a super play. And David Wright, 1 for 3, a walk, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a K. This is hit well to right, but I think Clemente gets to that, and he does.
No runs. No hits. No errors. Futurists 10. Explorers 6.
So they're going to leave Dickey out there to try to get the 3-inning save. If he gets into any trouble, then I think you'll see Mariano Rivera if Dickey puts a couple of runners on. Machado 0 for 3, a strikeout earlier today. That's K number 3 for R.A. Dickey. Elston Howard is 0 for 3. That's K number 4. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dickey. And now Bill Mazeroski, the last chance for the Explorers, who are within a swing at 10-6. That's hit well to left center. Edmonds has it, and the Futurists have won game 1 of this particular semifinal series, 10-6.
Final score, Camden Yards, Futurists 10, Explorers 6. Futurists has won 5 straight. Davis proceeds the winner. One picks up the loss. Alright. Dickey gets the save. Greg Robinson hit run number 1 of the season. Willie McCovey hit number 1. Willie Mays hit number 1. Vladimir Guerrero hit number 1. Joe Mauer hit number 1. Alex Rodriguez hit number 1. David Wright hit number 1. Time of the game, 2 hours, 28 minutes.
So that game is now in the books. Oh, I forgot to turn on my camera. Hang on, folks. There you go. So we're going to get this done within 30 minutes. So the next video, if you were watching between 8 and 8:30 on Friday night, we're going to have that for you right away at 8:30. This has been Big Polly. Godspeed. God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.